Okay, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Can you hear yourself, Deborah? Okay, I can hear me. Receptionista, can you hear me? Mm. All right, I'm getting ready to drop the link, and it's only for Brandy. How is? Oh, let me turn my chat on so I don't have to look at the phone like that. Hi, Brandy.
All right, you ready?
You hear me well?
Yeah.
Hi, Brandy. How you feeling?
Why could I hear it twice?
Hanging in there.
Hi, Brandy. You seem a little nervous. I promise it won't. Parker, hold on, because I'm about to beat my dog. Go outside. Go outside. Come on here.
Well, this should be good, shouldn't it? Let's go.
Yeah, go. Go. Parker, go out because you had nothing to say until I got with mine.
Hey, AD! AD!
Stop. Stop.
What's going on? Look at Randy's stupid face. Stupid face.
Okay, do you still have your dog?
Yeah.
I just seen the cat.
She's down here playing with her bone.
So her and the cat and the dog get along just fine?
Well, the cat be running
I
from
know
the
this
dog.
should be fun, AD. You gonna hang out? You gonna hang around?
Okay. So how many
But the
people?
cat, he's starting to become a little bit brave enough to play a little bit.
I'm not a big cat fan, but your cat is cute.
Thanks.
Well,
It's some
hello
chick
everybody.
called
It looks like we're
Defining
gonna have a
Deborah.
full house, Brandy. I think
I
you
have
might
no
make
idea
me
who
have
she is. Apparently, she
the biggest
covers
live that I've
some of
had
Candy's
ever.
stuff as well. But
Because people are interested
Randy
in
wants to stick her
you.
nose in, of course. Yeah, of course.
Whether it be positive or negative, huh?
Hey, it's always good in all of us, and there's bad in all of us. So
True.
just is what it is. So let me say hi to everybody. Hi to the Parker Posse. And let me do a little housekeeping before we get started. Um, I asked Brandy if she would do this for me, and she was gracious enough to say that she would. So we're gonna break it up in three parts, which is probably good because she's not feeling all that well today, but she still is willing to do this interview. And so let me tell you, my people know over here, the Parker Posse. Y'all see all them blue people with the hammers? We're not playing tonight. You will not disrespect my guest. So receptionista, Martina, I don't know who, Polly,
Defining
whoever else
Deborah,
is here
AD.
tonight. No
I don't know who
questions.
she is,
Just go
man.
ahead. As long
She
as
does
it's
some
not
videos on
Felix
Candy and shit.
receptionista, you can go ahead and whack them. We're not doing that.
I'm so
I've
glad
seen
you could
people
get
be
up out of bed
disrespectful
today,
to
Randy.
you in your
It's good
chat,
to
and I wish
see
I could
you're
have
out
whacked
in
them,
the
but we're
lounge
not
room,
doing
sitting
that.
on your couch. That's
She
great.
came over here out of the goodness of her heart, and we're going to respect her, and that's how it's going to fucking be over here. So let me say something else.
Alrighty,
I'm 63. I don't give a shit. There ain't nothing you can say to me in the chat that's gonna hurt my feelings. More than likely, I could probably make you cry because that's the way I used to be. Not anymore. Lord done clean me up. But there's a little bit of her dip down in there if you want some of it. So let me tell you, I smoke, I drink, I cuss. Me and Brandy have something in common. We both have a military background. Um, I worked with
Yeah,
men pretty
Randy
much the whole
doesn't
time, so
really
my
have
mouth is
that
probably as
background.
foul as
Come
theirs was, or
on.
probably worse. I'll try to do it to the best of my ability. Pretty much, I'm saying I don't take no shit. Me and my people, we get
Hey,
along because they like
Sally!
my persona.
How
If
the
you don't
fuck
like
are
it, you
you?
are more than welcome to leave my chat. I will be okay with that. What you won't do is cut the food in it. All right? You can have constructive criticism, even if it's for me. You can call me fat. Hell, I know what I look like, but I'm a fluffy, beautiful woman. So I can embrace, see, I can embrace all this. So I don't care what y'all say. Anybody got a problem with any of that? All right, there we go. So, Brandy, I don't want you to be afraid. I did write down 15 questions, but I don't know if we're going to get through all 15 because we said we would do an hour. If there's anything that you don't want to answer, just tell me you don't want to answer it. I'm okay with that. Yeah. And then if you want to elaborate something, you can also do that. Even if we get through 3 questions, that's fine with me. I just wanted to make sure I had some stuff and, to ask you about. So, for those who might be a bit confused, this is Brandy Starks, and Candy Grand Prix is her twin. Now, let me ask you this. You guys are not identical twins, right? Right?
Yeah.
But y'all don't look identical. I mean, you were little, you did. Not so much now, I don't think.
No.
I mean, I can tell you apart.
Yeah. Certain them small pictures, I can't tell us apart. I have to look really, really hard. Like, okay, that's my jawline, like this, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
when you were little, y'all were so cute. I was like, look at them. They were so cute. I don't know if I could have handled twins. It was all I could do to handle the one I had.
Right.
So, my first question to you, let me pull it up. And y'all forgive me. I got a new phone and I'm not tech savvy, so she's still trying to work with it. And it's just a basic new phone. I tell you what, old age is something else. Okay, what the hell? Now I got my finger code.
Of course, Earth, you know this. It's all about Randy. Come on, let's get to these
all right, I know my
questions.
first
Let's
question
go.
was, what were you told about, I guess, you guys' origin? Like, how you ended up being in the home that you were in?
Growing up, I was told um, that the state people came and took us, and that they said we was in a drawer, like to put clothes in, and they said that we were so nasty, the state people didn't even want to touch us, and that we had cigarette burns and vomit all over us.
That is so sad.
I don't know how
Here
true
we
that
go.
is, though.
Here we go.
So were you ever told anything different from that? Like,
Uh, my biological family said that my um, oldest brother, that my biological mom stole $250,000 from him, so got us taken away as get back.
so he
What?
reported her for not being a good mom or something?
Yeah.
Ain't this something? You know what? This ain't nothing but the devil. I just had this phone on. It was charged, and I had the questions pulled up. And now this blippity blip will not even come on. What in the what? Oh, okay. I'll see. You say we trying to mess with the wrong one. I'm not demonic, nor a gang stalker or a satanic cult. I don't. No, I'm saying that for mess with your sister.
Yeah, 'cause she probably somewhere watching.
Oh yeah, she said I don't know who defining Deborah is. What she always say? I did nothing for her or to her, something like that. Okay. So how old were you when you first found out you were adopted? Well, not that. Well, did they adopt you, or y'all were just fostered the whole time?
Foster, long-term foster care.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah, back in the old days.
So,
I probably
but
was like between maybe 8 and 10, maybe even 7.
so up until then, you thought that was your mom and stuff, right?
Hmm. And at that time, when she had admitted to me that she wasn't my mom, she just told me that my mom was sick. So I
Mhm.
got confused when Mad Day came, and she was like, "Your mom didn't even want you." So I was like,
So in the
okay.
beginning, she said she was sick and she was kind of just taking care of y'all for her, like,
Hmm.
like y'all were going to go back.
Yeah.
At that point, had you ever met your mom?
No.
Had you met anybody else other than it was like you and Candy and two brothers, right?
And then I had another brother named Sean, but I grew up for a long time thinking he was my cousin.
Was he in the home with y'all?
No, he was with my foster mom's sister. He was her foster son.
Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ, so
it
many
was it was nine
fosters
of
and
you all
cousins,
together,
and
right?
that house was fucked.
Nine
Hmm.
children,
Yeah.
and then so that would have made five of you go to foster and four stayed with your parents.
Granny
Yeah.
100% worships the devil.
Were they older
She's a
than you all?
Satanist. We know this.
Mm. Well, I had one brother underneath me and Candy, but the other ones, yeah, they're older.
Do you know why they were able to keep those four? I mean, nine is a lot of kids, you know. I guess if you're not ready for children.
I never asked.
Mm. They'd hated me. I'm a nosy individual. I'd be need to know why you did what you did.
Yeah, I never thought of, or I never felt any resentment toward, oh, well, they kept them but couldn't keep us.
No?
I never thought to even ask.
So how old were you when you first met your mom?
Why wouldn't you ask?
17.
So you mean to tell
Uh,
me she told you that you were her foster child and you knew your mother lived in the same city?
mm-mm. Biological mom was over there on the east bank or east side of
I,
New Orleans. My foster mama was way
true.
on the west side, or they call it the West Bank out there in Gretna.
Okay, but how far would that be? Like an hour?
No, not that far. Maybe about 20, 25 minutes, depending on the traffic.
Okay, so if they wanted to, they could have let you meet her, right?
Yeah, now I've heard stories about seeing my biological mom in court, but I don't remember.
You probably was
I
too
just
young.
always wondered why I was going to court. Yeah.
What the hell is going on with me in this room? So when you all were little, did you and Candy get along like? Because see, in our minds, I'm thinking they're probably thinking the same thing. Twins, you know, twins just love each other and they hug each other and want to be with each other all the time. Were y'all kind of like that when you were little?
No, we did have our fun little moments, but overall, no, we didn't get along.
So they never
That's
gotten
interesting
along.
because
It's
I used to be
wild
a
that
nanny
twins never get
and
along.
I had a
I
set
know
of
twins
twins.
and they will not
And
leave
when
each
they were
other
babies,
alone.
they
They
would
live,
fight
they
each
do
other.
everything
I was
fucking
just
together.
like, how you was in the womb all that time? And I put them on the floor and they'd be kicking and scratching. I was just,
AC,
it was
chill
so
up.
so funny to me. Okay, so my question, I should have just memorized my question because I don't know why my phone wants to cut the food with me tonight. So let's see, where am I at? So in the family unit, how many children were in the home growing up with you?
Shelly, Joe, April, Joni, me, Candy, Mark, Wyatt. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Candy.
Candy. Yeah, not nine. Oh, yeah.
So how many kids was it?
Like nine.
So it was 9
Yeah,
of
I'm
you
not
all
understanding
growing
why
up.
she
And
needs
how did y'all
to
all get
hear
along in the house? Because it
Brandy's
was
side of shit.
2 more foster children besides the 4 of you, right? So it was 6 foster kids,
Mm-mm.
and then she had 4 kids.
Those two that Candy mentioned, me and Candy hadn't already went to the military. But there was my foster sister Joni that was adopted, and 3 of those kids were my foster mama biological kids. But
Now,
then Grant,
how did they get along
Cody, and
with y'all?
Court. Uh, April and Joe and Shelly used to beat the hell out of me. And
Oh, here we go.
Shelly used to get a kick out of seeing me get beat by my foster mom.
Was that the question, guys? What was the
Do
question?
you think they were jealous that she went and got more children?
Yeah, they used to always be like, "Oh, we didn't have no Nintendo growing up. We didn't have no 15 pairs of shoes growing up, and all like this stuff."
Now, from the pictures that I saw, y'all look like you were clean and dressed very nice. So, would you say that she basically, when it came to making sure you had clothes and shoes and food and all that, your hair was combed, would you say she took care of all that?
She had everybody else in the house doing it.
Okay,
Honestly,
it wasn't like
every
y'all got.
now and then she would, dabble in, but mainly like the buying of clothes and the braiding the hair. She did, or either her daughters did.
So it wasn't like she neglected you and y'all went to school like dirty, nasty kids, right?
No.
So how did everybody outside the house know that you all were foster children, or did they think that you were all her children?
Why does this
It
matter?
depends on where we were, because like when we would be at Bible class and Bible class would let out on a Sunday, and they'd be like, "Oh, them some cute little babies," and she'd be like, "Ah, you want them?" And then when we were going to school, um, kids used to be like, "At least I know who my real mom is." That was her for here growing up.
Now, when you were younger, because you mentioned that they put y'all in the closet or something at school, which I'm trying to figure out
Oh,
how in the
fuck,
hell
here
they
we
got
go.
away with that. Because
Oh,
I worked
fuck.
in the school district. Now, I do know in some of the schools they had what they call a timeout room, where
Oh,
you had.
yeah, when I was in kindergarten, they used to lock me in the janitorial closet, and they used to like dump the garbage can on my head. And when I was in elementary school, they used to like put a big old refrigerator box around me.
What the
And when
fuck?
the other kids went out to play, I couldn't even go out to eat lunch. They had to bring my lunch, and I
You're
couldn't
telling me the
eat lunch
school doesn't do
until after
anything?
the school bell rang to get out of school. And I better hurry up and eat it before it's time to go home.
Wait, this was
Fucking
the
hell, man.
adults.
Yeah, and they used to tell me I couldn't have chocolate milk because chocolate milk make black people crazy. So I was only able to drink white or skim milk.
This was
What?
white people
What
doing
the
this.
fuck?
Yeah,
As in,
And did you ever tell your foster mom?
yeah, I used to beg her to take me out those
she'd put it in a
classes.
refrigerator.
I
That's
was the
what
only girl in the
she'd
classroom.
fucking refrigerator.
Was this special needs classes?
Yep. And I hated Candy every day for telling y'all we was in special ed. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
You know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
We would have
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
but Candy did. So, yeah, because everything, me and my twin sister, I'm like, yeah, you could tell your business, but don't tell mine.
So at that time, when you all were younger, would you say y'all had some behavioral problems, maybe because of everything you had gone through up to that point?
Yeah, I know they had me in like emotional behavior disorder at first. It was like learning disorder, emotional disorder, and then it just went straight behavior disorder and emotional disorder. I don't know about Candy, but I know like by the time I was uh maybe 14, I got like mainstream. No, no, I think I was in the 7th grade the first time I ever got mainstream. But Candy was getting mainstream, I believe, ever
I hope
since
that
we
lady's
was
got a
in
full pack of
elementary.
ciggies.
But
She's
me
going
and
to be
Candy didn't
going
go to
through
the
them.
same school. But when I went to high school, they said that it was either have us in special ed with the kids that wear the helmet or deal with regular classes. It was no in between. So that me and Candy had to spend for our life in regular ed classes.
So wait a minute. So when y'all were little, they wouldn't let you go to the same school.
No, they said something about there wasn't enough room for me or something like that. They kept changing
Louisiana,
me from school
Definitely
to
not enough for
school.
you, Randy.
Louisiana needs some damn help. Now I live down there, and I did not know
Yeah,
it
so
was at
what,
that
these
time I didn't
special
have children.
kids that
But
she was in
yeah,
class
I
with, all
can't
these kids
believe
were special,
ooh,
but they were
you
supposed
make
to be
me
doing
want to
all
go
that
down
shit
there and
to
sue
her,
their
right?
ass now for that kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
You
all
don't
right.
treat
Nothing got
children like
done.
that.
Nobody's
Yeah,
And
suing
I've
y'all
been
them.
to
still,
like 5 elementary schools,
Fucking rubbish.
probably more.
was that because of behavior, or they just didn't know how to deal with you?
hmm I do know a couple of schools didn't even accept me, and I never understood it. I don't know.
I'm thinking that there might have been some issues with, because I don't know what she taught you, but then also I heard you say the other day that your mom was using drugs and alcohol when she was pregnant with you all.
Candy might have said that, but
I'm
that's what we was told.
because you could get alcohol, was alcohol fetal alcohol syndrome or
You
whatever.
know?
Yeah, so sometimes it does mess with the children, definitely when they're younger. And so if they don't understand that or don't care, then they will try to railroad you here or there because they'll act like they can't deal with you.
Yeah,
But
I do know that. By the time I met my biological mama, she used to just smoke the bay leaves, if you know what I mean, and pop pills like Tylenol or like a handful of ibuprofen or something. That's what I had got wound up doing it. I learned that from her.
What?
well, by the end she had probably changed a lot. She only had 9 kids and y'all were on the end.
Yeah,
Baby.
and
Uh,
mind you, my parents were 17 years apart. My dad was in the army as well.
your dad and mom were 17 years apart.
hmm
Holy shit.
So she was a baby when he got with her.
Yeah, I think like 13
What?
or
These
something.
are the strangest
Yeah.
fucking people ever.
So now is
Strangest
her
people.
family on her side still there in New Orleans?
Um,
The powder.
I got some
Powder.
aunts and uncles I ain't never even met before. I recently learned about Aunt Lisa last year, and
Yeah,
I
no
have
shit,
an
bro.
aunt
No
named
shit.
Betty.
It's fucking wild.
Live in Bogalusa, Louisiana, I think. But every day I'm finding out I got a new brother or auntie or uncle over here or there somewhere.
Because I would think your dad had family there too.
Yeah, I think I met his sister one time. I forgot
So
her name.
once you found out about your mom when you were 17, was that after you had graduated from high school or were you still in high school?
I think I was still in high school, and I got up extra early to like I was going to school and went and met up with her and my brother. When I reunited with my brother Mark, I reunited with my biological mom, and about 4 o'clock in the morning, I met them up the street at the store.
So she wanted to meet you then.
Yeah,
Okay. And when you met her, was she happy to see you?
in that moment, yeah.
So,
At the
but
time,
Hey, did she go? Did she say she went and saw her mum at 4 o'clock in the morning at the fucking servo or a shop? Is that what she said? The fuck?
yeah,
I just thought she was so pretty. She had like the light brown eyes with my complexion, the goals in her mouth.
and then after that, the relationship went downhill. I mean, because two things
Uh,
can two things can be right at the same time. She can be a beautiful woman, but maybe not the best mom. You
she
know.
seemed like a sweet lady before I went to the military. But while I was in the military, I want to say maybe when I started seeing her true colors, and at I didn't know that like something was like wrong, or I couldn't figure how to deal with talking to her on a day-to-day basis because she used to talk about stuff that wasn't there, it didn't exist.
So
I can't relate.
she has some mental issues going on too.
Yeah,
I mean, now that could be because that do you know what it was? What they had diagnosed her with?
paranoid schizophrenia,
I'm sorry.
bipolar, paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah, that because that could be hereditary.
Yeah,
So now,
almost about all the boys have it. Candy probably the only girl that does.
so when you were little, when did you first realize that there was something wrong with her? That she acted a little different than the rest of y'all?
From Candy,
Yeah.
I can name a few key points. I want to say when we was about five, she used to make up words that I had never heard of, or other than the way that she blended words. She used to make up her own words even. And she used to treat everybody like everybody was nasty and disgusting. Ugh, get away from me, don't touch me. But I knew something. I was used to that portion of it, but I think we were like 10 or 11, and she was peeling potatoes. And I came around to toss something in the garbage can. I don't remember what it was. And she went and ran and told my foster mama. She like, she hit me. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I said, excuse me, and I threw the thing in the garbage can. And we didn't know that Candy was off the chain. Candy bust off and kicked a hole in the wall one
Really?
time, blamed us. You know, like she set a garbage can on fire when we were five, blamed us. Foster mom was like, I don't know who to believe. And that's why I'm like, man, this, I don't know what the hell going on, but this is hell.
So how did the rest of the kids treat her, seeing that everybody knew there was something wrong with her and she was quite volatile? You said back when she was little that she liked to fight. She was just
Yeah, a lot of people, she used to be antisocial anyway, staying in her room and stuff, but a lot of people used to stay away from her because they was afraid she was going to, like, make up something. See,
so all the
let's
stuff
say
that we
they just did something to them and it wasn't true.
so
Or
all
she was like,
I'm
huh?
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, like when somebody asks, hey, can you keep a secret? And she'll be like, yeah, tell me. And then she'll go right to tell. It's like, dude. And then when she tell it, she make it sound worse than what it was. And I'm like, yeah, can't talk to her.
So pretty much all the stuff we see now, she was doing then, maybe not to this level.
She may have even been worse than when we were kids. Like, in one way, she was worse than when we was kids, and in one way, which she's worse than now. But everybody knew she was dangerous. Stay the hell away from her.
And when she met your mom, or did she meet your mom at the same time? Did you tell her that you had went and met your mother?
I met her first, and then I told her. I think we was at the mall, and I ran into my oldest brother's wife, I guess, and I didn't know who that lady
Oh,
was,
that's
but
why she thinks she can
she
run into family at the fucking
told me
shopping
something
centre
about my
mall.
biological mama, and I was like telling Candy, "Come on, come on." And she like, "Where we going?" And then I took Candy to meet our biological mama. This girl was sitting on my mom's lap crying at the age of 17. I'm like, all right. She didn't even want to leave.
The mall.
And I'm
Well,
like, come on, we got to go. Huh?
The mall
that's a
lately,
lot
Randy.
to be
Yeah.
separated from your mom all those years and then told different stories and then not to meet her until you're a teenager. That's quite emotional.
Yeah.
I can't
Candy
say
would say to this day though that I was the one that wanted to stay and she was trying to leave and be a good girl and go home. On like that first night, yeah. But after I got, her to go to my mom, like my house, she didn't want to leave. I ain't
so.
gonna
Now,
lie, I kinda didn't need her, but I was like, shit, I gotta go home before I get in trouble.
Did you all tell your foster mom that y'all were seeing your mother?
No, but she knew.
Oh, so she didn't have a problem with
Nah,
it.
it's just them two.
Yes, she did.
Fucking-
She
So,
repeated me a lot for it.
Ren
And a
hasn't
lot
had
of
any dealings
times I
with
had
me,
a
and I'm just
girlfriend
telling
at
them
the
to keep up with
time,
them.
and a lot of times she was thinking I was going to be by my biological family, but really I was kicking up with my girl who lived like around the corner from me.
so would you say that at any point in the time that you were with your foster family, that because from what Candy, I saw or heard Candy say, your foster mother was married twice, and the first one she said she felt like somebody might have murked him, and she was angry at the police. That's why she don't like the police now. So,
I
and
believe that she was married more than twice.
oh, okay.
She was also married to April and Joe Dad.
So, at any point growing up,
Yeah,
did you feel
go on,
loved
lady.
in that home and cared for? I mean,
The only person I ever felt like loved me in that home was my foster daddy, L.
is that the one that passed or the one that came
Yeah,
after?
the one that passed.
Apparently, he must have been a nice guy because it seemed like Candy missed him too. So she never said she loved you guys or she liked you or she was happy to have you there or any of that. It was just all about the chicks.
Yeah, I used to be like, I love you. And she's like, bullshit. Or I try to give her a kiss or a hug. And she's like, get the fuck off of me. So I was like,
So do
okay.
you?
And Candy started doing the same thing. I'm like, dang, can anybody in the house give me a hug?
Do you
Anybody?
I'm wondering if
No
some of
hugs for
her
you, Randy. You
behavior
suck. No hugs for
came
you.
from your foster mom because some of the things she say
Randy,
about her, she acts just like
Randy.
her. You know,
Yeah, like the old Brandy lied about this happening. And I'm like, she tell everybody that I mimic the foster mom. But yet she's trying everything because she know that these people probably ain't gonna never, you know, meet my foster mom. So she just make up stuff. I'm like, that came from you start doing it because of my foster mom. My foster mom used to see me out first sight, just run up on me, just hit me. Candy started doing it too.
well, why is it that she seems to be jealous of you if you got the worst end of it coming up, as if the foster mom might have liked her better for whatever her reason was?
I maybe it's a front. I don't know, but maybe she genuinely feels
Oh
like
shit.
she got it
You're
worse than me.
toast.
That's a forever mystery.
Well,
But
Go drink some
they
water. You're
was harder
toast.
on me and Johnny growing up.
our perception is our reality. So whatever we perceive, that's what we believe. You can have, I bet you I could talk to all 9 of the kids and everybody would have a different story about how they were raised and what they felt inside the home. So
Hmm.
pretty much by the time you left home, you really didn't know about relationships. You didn't know about anybody, how it really felt to have somebody love you, in a genuine way. So you were kind of put out in the world pretty much pretty green.
Hmm. Yep.
Let me say this, and I'm so sincere. Um, for those who don't know, I am a licensed counselor, and so that's what I found so fascinating. A friend of mine told me about Candy, and then when I watched Candy, he was like, "But she has a twin, and you had did an interview with Sticky," and I went and watched that, and I was like, "Wait a minute, she say this,
Sticky.
she say that," and so then I was like, "Let me see if she has a channel," and so then I went, and then I told you hi and stuff when I was in your chat because that's when you were going through the stuff with the girlfriend, and I think that's when your sister blocked me because
Yeah, no
she saw
shit.
me in your chat. But
Oh,
I found it really fascinating, not only because they like to do studies on twins, but
She might have wanted to have
you
gone
all
back through
were,
some
I
of
can see
Randy's
things that
videos.
you all are alike in, but then I can see how you're so different. And then your personality was just totally different. You were very open, and approachable and friendly, where she is very standoffish and not very nice. And so I was very curious about your upbringing. And the more I watched you and watch her, I was like, oh, let me see if Brandy will come on here. So as you all got older, can you say that there are things that you see in the two of you that are alike?
We both love to eat.
Oh, God, Randy.
Amy Marie, seeing that you were not there,
They have a lot in common.
please
We're
don't
both
come in my
fucking
chat
retarded. How
stating
about that?
things that you're not sure
You
of.
like food? No shit, you like food.
Because we haven't even got to that point. And I don't know if you're a mother or not, but you don't get to make a judgment call on how somebody else parent because you don't know what the hell was going on with them at that time. And we all do the best that we can with what we have at that time. And none of us are the perfect parents. I guarantee if you got children, go find out. Go ask them, are you a good parent? And if they're honest with you, then they'll tell you the truth. And so, Recessionista, can you whack Amy Marie? Because I don't like her comments.
Yeah, because their credibility is shot. They
Thank you.
they credit Candy. Candy wasn't even in the picture for 7 years.
Go over there and give a
Well,
shit.
I wanted to get
God,
into that
give a
in
shit.
the second part, but my thing is this. I wasn't there, and it's not for me to make a judgment call on your parenting skills because, first of all, I know you come from a long history of trauma that we haven't even gotten into, and because you weren't feeling that good, I figured we'll wait
God,
till the
we've
second
all got trauma.
session. And so a lot of that
people in
has
there,
to
we've
do
got trauma. We've all got
with how we
fucking
can
trauma.
parent, because if we've never really been parented, how do we know how to be a parent? And I just said that when you got out into the world, you didn't really know nothing.
Very much, yes.
So you were kind of learning everything by the seat of your pants. And then when you got some mental stuff going on, you're trying to deal with your mental disorder. You were married at the time and you're trying to deal with children. It can be a lot. It can be a lot when you think you got all your facilities working to be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't nobody gonna come on here and try to say that you're a bad mom. Because first of all, they don't know your mama for her to sit there and say that you like your mama. It's just stuff that they hear. And that's the thing that makes me mad about YouTube. People get out here and say all this shit and they don't even know you. And I'm telling you,
this woman's got no fucking idea.
That said some of the stuff
She's
in
got
your
no
chat,
idea.
I was like, they were just gonna leave because I was like, I'd have cussed them out.
A lot of them get their information or their facts from Candy.
No,
just much like the doofus in the chat.
You fuck stick.
They get their information from Candy.
But I've watched you go and show facts against what she said.
She's got to wind me up now.
Still want to talk about this whole thing, especially when it comes to your children.
That's it.
That is
just an oven. That's all she was an oven.
That is a no-go. You don't talk about nobody's damn children. First of all, it is so unfair for them to have said and did the stuff they did when it came to your children, because your children have their own life. And this shit is going to be out here on the internet forever, ever and a day. And for grown people,
don't sit there and
act the way they did towards your children, and they have nothing to do with this. If they want to argue with you and you want to argue back with them, fine. But you don't mess with people's children because it's not fair to them. And they wouldn't want nobody to mess with theirs. I thought that was totally disgusting. And for your sister to do it,
that's right. You talk
probably
about
makes people feel like they can.
Brandy's going to wind me up.
So that was my next question. How does it make you feel? All right, let me ask you this. When did you first find out that she was out here talking about you on YouTube?
It's kind of tricky because I thought it was just an isolated incident. I want to say 2014. I seen like her on YouTube, and then I think once again in 2016. But I had left it alone. It wasn't until like August 25th, our birthday of 2020, is when my ex-girlfriend China was like, I wonder what Candy crazy ass up to. I'm like, leave that alone. Leave that alone. And she went and looked anyway. And she's like, what the fuck is this crazy gibberish this girl talking? I'm like, what the fuck? And she just, and then somebody else went and looked, somebody from my Facebook, and they like, holy shit, she been talking about you for like the last 4 years. And I'm
Wow.
like, for what? Because I didn't want to do nothing because I felt like she was too toxic to be in my space and it was affecting my mental and I felt it was just best to stay away.
I'm wondering if she got mad because at that time you needed to take your space from her. Because, and the thing I don't understand is she talks about the whole family. So that whole thing with your brother passing, I could see why the family was like, no, she couldn't come. Because I'm like, girl, you done sat out here and told about the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, the aunts, your parents. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
She was telling
AC,
they
that's
dirt.
right.
hmm
I'm
And a
just,
lot of that shit was
Randy
fabricated.
told us about her family
but
and
what
all
if
that
people?
shit.
But what if people
He's
don't
exactly
know? You
right.
know, I could be married now, and you
Randy's
out here
let
telling some
plenty out.
stuff that you made up, and my husband may be looking at me like, well, where that came from? You ain't never told me about that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Candy used to be trying to fuck up my marriage a lot. Like any relationship, even with China, she tried to fuck that up. I'm like, mm,
I think she was
so,
jealous of that because I heard her say that you stole her life. She said that she wanted the military, she wanted to be married, and she wanted to have the
These fucking
children.
twins.
And
Man.
that I don't know why she feel like you took that from her because she could have had the
no.
thing.
Yeah, I that was beyond my choice. It wasn't my choice to go to the military. I mean, it was like a thing of you gotta go. Like I was like, I really want to go to college, but I'm like, I'll go anywhere to get away from this here that I'm, being around every day. But even if I did want to go, I didn't want to go. Candy still was not capable of going because of her mental.
Yeah, I know
She's
that.
like unruly and spoiled, fucking spoiled brat.
Well, why didn't they let you go? Because you said you loved music. So, and how many instruments do you know how to play?
Zero. She knows how to play zero.
Um, I'm probably rusty with a lot of them, but clarinet, piano, drums, bongos, xylophones. I can dabble a little bit in like the trombone and the trumpet a little bit.
You're
No.
very gifted. I mean, I know you use a lot
Mm.
of the AI for your music part, but I'm a
Mm.
person that when I
Even that
listen to
shit
music, I
too.
listen to the words, and so that's what made me listen to your music because I like the words that you wrote, and so you're a very
Oh my
gifted
fucking
artist.
god.
You know,
Maybe yeah, I've been writing poetry. Well, I think I did first start writing out songs in like the fifth grade. Wait, I was 11, whatever grade that is. Uh, but then my foster mama said that I sound horrible singing. And I might need to write poetry or something. I was like, oh, I can do that. Roses are red, violets are blue. You is cute, and I love everything about you. Uh, check yes or no if you do too. And I can't wait to smile and look at you. So yeah, just,
well,
you
I
know.
wish you would have had the opportunity to go to school. So, why couldn't both of y'all go to school? I don't understand that.
I thought some mama said, as far as me going to school, she said that I be done got drunk and got in trouble or something crazy. She
But
just said
wait a
that I
minute.
was more, uh,
She figured Candy could fare better in college.
yeah. She said I needed to be disciplined. So
And
she sent
Candy
me to the
didn't.
military.
That's interesting. It's amazing to me that she managed to finish college. But was she on medication then?
We been taking medicine, I think, since we was maybe 5 or maybe 6 or 7 years old. No, to this day, I don't know what my diagnosis was. To this day, as a kid, I don't know what my
Yeah,
diagnosis
I
was.
lean
I
more
never
that
knew
way as
why I
well.
was taking this
AC.
medicine.
She's a
And a
bit more
couple of the
believable
medicines I
than
tried
good
since
old
then, I
Randy.
was like, okay, so that was for anxiety. Okay, so but what was the other part? I don't never know to this day what my diagnosis was. We knew Candy. they said had the
Yeah,
OCD,
Candy's
but
got a weird
the
memory.
Tourette's
Like,
and
she remembers a lot of shit,
generalized
little
anxiety disorder and
details.
all like that. She used to go to the library and look that shit up. But when I
Grady's skates more around the
right
woods.
before I went to the military, my foster mama found out like 2 or 3 years prior to that because I used to be always wondering what I'm taking this medicine for, and she should be like, "It's to keep your mouth shut." And so I'm
You'll
like,
get
"Huh?
the downers, go to
I'm
sleep.
wondering
What's up?"
if she did that because you get more money when a child has a disability. I know here in South
Yeah,
Carolina.
she was getting like $4,500 a pop for each one of us.
Yeah,
And that was back in the 80s, late 80s when I seen it. I just
and
didn't know what I was looking at the time. I seen a number with some commas and some more numbers. I was like a kid. I just before I could even read, but then I got
yeah,
older and I was like,
she was,
wait,
she was making some money because I think here you can get between 500 to 800 extra dollars if a child has a disability,
yeah,
and so you got
yeah.
to
And
come
then
along.
plus the travel, clothing allowance, food allowance, all that.
What did she do with the money? Did y'all live in a big fancy house or something?
It was a big 8 bedroom house.
Okay.
She was driving a BMW. Then she had a SUV. Then I think she gave the BMW to one of her kids or somebody. And then she had got a van with our money.
Yeah, with
Before
y'all.
when I went to the military, she had the BMW. I come out the military, she got a van. Like where that van come from? My foster stepdad was like, "That's your mama. That's your money. I paid for that van."
And that really, I know there's a lot of children in the system that don't have parents, but I so hate that they don't really follow up because if they allow a person to have one or two kids and they don't really have no issues with them, they'll let them get a whole bunch more kids, not knowing that there are issues in the house because they don't follow up. And the thing is, they're just trying to place the children. And so, let me say this. I am so sorry that you came into the world and it was so traumatic, everything you had to go through,
Oh
even
my
up to this
god.
point. Um,
No.
Yeah,
so,
like my foster brother, he used to like tap me on the shoulder while I'm in the kitchen eating, and he used to blow pepper in my eyes,
Jesus Christ.
and
like
I
stuff
think
like that.
that all of y'all were going through something in that home, and she just didn't take the time to try to work it out. You got her children that got issues and
This
dealing with stuff,
refrigerator
and y'all
box.
got issues
That's
and dealing
fucking
with
gone.
stuff, and she was not equipped, nor did she care to try to be the mom that she needed to be for all y'all. She just wanted the money so she could look good in the community more than likely. Because she was a
Yeah,
very
you should have seen how sick me and Candy was when we found out this lady got foster parent of the year.
really.
We like foster who? Who?
Did y'all ever try to tell anybody about how she treated you?
Yep. Um, a time or two, I told my teacher, how my foster mom used to have all these rings, and used to give me black eyes and busted lips, because at the time, my foster mom was beating my ass, and the boys in school was beating my ass. So,
Oh, here it is. Here we go.
um, when I had finally told, my foster mama was so mad, and then the sexual abuse thing, um, we got taken away and took to some group home, I think twice, and I don't know how, but she managed to get us back. But I do know that the blame went from the boys that actually did it. So my brother White.
What?
And that's another thing. I'm going to wait till the next time we talk to even get into that because that's pretty serious. And I wanted to give a disclaimer because I don't know who might be watching that might have gone through something like this, and I didn't want to trigger anybody. They
Mm,
wanted to know if they could ask you a couple of questions. Um, and that's totally up to you. You don't have to. Um, and
hmm
it may depend on the question.
Yeah.
Can you think of any time that you were happy from the time you were born up to the time you left that home?
Um. Probably when I would like go swimming,
What the fuck?
uh, play
Did
with
you always
kids.
know, did you always know you were gay?
I didn't know what it was when I was growing up. I just knew from the time I was like 5, I knew that something was different about me, but I didn't know that it was bad or that there was. I thought that maybe something was wrong with me.
Well, I guess it's who you're talking to, whether you think it's bad or not.
You could,
Yeah,
Why did you get married then?
yeah. Because my foster mom was like, we don't accept same sex relationships, and we don't accept man and woman living together, not married, have living out together out of wedlock. It was like
But
real strict.
once you left home, you could do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, even after I had was 19 and out of the military, my foster mama still tried to control my life and my finances
So Candy
for a
was
couple
right
of
on
more
that.
years.
She still tried to control y'all even after y'all had grown
Mm-hmm.
and was doing whatever you were doing.
Mm-hmm. Was even
So
trying to isolate me from my biological family.
why is that?
She used to be like, "Oh, Ramona's using you, and that's why your mama didn't give a fuck about you and stuff like that."
That's such a cruel thing to say. Because your mom had her own issues. I mean, it
Yeah, and
doesn't.
I didn't understand about issues or mental illness or suffering and struggling. I didn't even know. Like, I remember I didn't know what it was either, but when I was in like junior high, I walked up to my best friend and I was sitting there sweating and crying and heart beating fast and I was like, I'm dying, something wrong, what's going on? And she was like, I don't know. And I got older and realized that I think that was probably my first panic attack.
You have to say your anxiety, panic attack.
what's not wrong,
Yeah.
But
Randy?
there was so much going on. I don't see how you couldn't. I mean, I'm always amazed at the resilience of us as humans to go through such traumatic things and come out on the other side. Because for those who don't know your whole story, and I don't even know the whole story, I just know bits and pieces, you could be a very bitter person at this point in your life. You know, you could be very angry. And I just want to commend you for realizing that, hey, I just want to be happy. I want a better life. I want to be as healthy as I possibly can mentally, and for you to go and get the assistance that you need. I know a lot of
This has
people
turned
don't
into a
like
counseling
mental
session.
health. They don't
This is
like counselors,
bullshit.
psychiatrists, psychology, and all that. And when you go, do you feel better when you leave? I guess that's what I want to say.
It depends on the psychiatrist or
Yeah,
therapist. It depends. Because I've had some that I went in there way more mad and depressed than before I went in to the session.
and I tell anybody, having a counselor, most of the time the psychiatrist and the psychologist, they ain't gonna see you for that long. They're gonna take care of the medication. The way it is now, the counselor, therapist, whatever you call them, they're gonna be the ones to talk to you. You might even be a mental health social worker. And they're gonna do the assessments and all that. And we write everything up, and all they do is look at what we said, and then they'll call you in, probably talk to you for about 10 minutes, and then decide whether they're gonna keep you on the same medication or not. They're really everything that we write up and put in there is what they're going by. And I've had people
Mm-hmm.
argue with me and tell me, you can't diagnose somebody because you're not a psychiatrist, psychologist. I'm like, let me tell you something. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I have
Mm-hmm.
diagnosed many of people, but these were my patients, people that I dealt with on, a regular basis. And I look at it like this. I know everybody don't like doing it, but I look at it, if you find the right person, and having a counselor is like having a mate. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one. But the one thing about having a counselor, you don't have to see them no more. And so I think it's a good match when you find somebody that you trust and you can get along with, because really,
So is this
the
lady
real
trying to
purpose
sell
for
herself
us
to
being there is
Randy?
for you to have
Let
a
me get
place
my
to come and
counselor.
vent and be able to say anything you want to say, and there's no bias. It's not for me to make a
Ugh.
judgment call. It's for me to listen. And my job is to help you figure out the solutions to your problems. I don't tell you what to do. I might make some suggestions and help you be able to see for yourself what it is you want to do. That's what a good counselor or therapist will do.
There's no help.
Yeah, I hate sometimes when the therapists make me think for myself. Like, how do you feel about it? They like, so do you think, what do you want to do in this situation? I'm like, hey, I just want to answer you. I
Now, see,
don't know.
uh,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
that's
like, man, you're making me think.
that's you becoming responsible for you. Yeah. And, a lot of people don't want to be responsible for themselves. And no, it's not for us to tell you what to do with your life. It's for
The counselor and the therapist isn't going to tell you what to do. They're there to make you think of what you have to do, and then you think of it, and then you do it, and you put it into practice, Randy. Fucking hell. There really is no helping it.
you to decide and for us to just help you, guide you through. I think it's an honor when I'm counseling somebody that they allow me to be a part of their life to help them through to become the best version of themselves that they can be. Because ultimately, any decisions you make, you're going to be the one that it affects.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see, was that everything that I wanted to get into? Oh, the IDMR thing.
Fine. Take the fucking license away.
Do you think they are cold?
Burn it.
Oh,
Burn that license.
You said no?
I don't. And Candy knows this not. It was the way, at least it was the way how it was broken down to me that made me feel like, no, we're not worshiping a physical man. We're worshiping what animated that body.
Okay,
And how
so
can we believe it? How can we believe it could be in us if we don't believe it's in the leader that's giving us this?
I know that you go to Bible study and stuff now, off and on. Are you still with IDMR?
I have not been in a while, but then when I was ready to go, I got sick recently. But I'm like, wait a minute, I'm playing like jump rope. The minute I get up in there, I'm going, and
So
I'm gonna be
is it
yeah.
non-denominational or is it IDMR type of?
It's non-denominational. It's called the Institute of Divine Metaphysical Research, which means it's a research school.
Okay, can I give you my opinion?
Mm.
And I don't know. I just did a little bit of research on it because she kept mentioning it. I had never heard of it. And it kind of reminded me sort of like the Mormons because everything is under the premise of a guy that said he heard from God, right?
Yeah, I thought she was
I forget
when
his name.
she was
Is
in
it Stanley?
the
Something
group.
Stanley?
Who? The man over my Bible class?
Sure, she said
The
about it.
person
Yeah.
that started IDMR.
Oh, Henry Clifford Kinley.
Okay.
Man, see, the thing is, like, you're not gonna find like a lot of accurate information online. Like, you'll find the most accurate, like, actually talking to somebody that's from there. And like, I had to learn for myself because even I look online and I like on YouTube and I see that they be having like Bible class and I'm like, they're not preaching the same thing we preach, but it was like when two people they like this and then they both decided one person get mad decided to do their own thing and
Grant,
that's all it is. Mm-hmm.
Grant, hold on a minute. I thought I had my phone plugged in and I didn't. So hold on. If you need to go to the bathroom or something, I'll be right back. I need to get a cord to plug it into the wall.
All right.
Alright, fucking hell. The fuck? What do we think of what just Randy's just spoke about? Like, how did this? I thought this was going to be about Candy. And she started off like that. What does this lady want to know all about Randy? Yeah, of course, it always becomes about her. But I don't know how this helps this woman know more about Candy.
Hello to everybody in the chat.
All this time.
And again,
I thought I had
Randy's
this
out
silly
here
phone
telling
plugged
complete
up.
strangers all
And
the
I
business.
forgot I took the one I used down here.
Oh, sorry, no, that's Candy, not
There's-
Randy. Oh, hang on, no,
So-
that's Randy, not Candy.
Well, you know,
oh,
I look
fuck.
at it like this. We get to believe whatever we want to believe. And if it makes us a better person and you have faith to believe and being all that you can be and you believe in God, I look at it like this. Probably every religion has a little bit of what it is that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and all that about blood sacrificing rituals and sacrificing babies and often get that none of that exists. And people, if that was the case, I would have been on the same type of time.
But now it may not exist in there, but you know, we're finding out it really does exist with these
Yeah.
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 Well, okay. Now, was she always like that when it came to religion? Or this happened later on in life?
Later on, she didn't even used to believe in Jesus herself. She used to be like, "Well, what do you believe in?" And she's like, "I don't believe in nobody."
Really?
Like, oh.
Is Randy
Yeah.
out here telling Candy's
And then you never see her set foot in a church. And then when she did, when she was living out there in Los Angeles, she used to talk bad about the pastor all the time.
You had me rolling with that story about her and your pastor. And her
Oh, Dr. Harris.
and carrying on.
Yeah.
I think this is just my personal opinion. I think she's known that she does have a mental disorder. And I'm going to say being diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic is not a disorder that people respect. People don't respect
Right.
health, but if you say you have depression or anxiety, they okay with it. If you say that you're OCD, they can deal with it. They start getting a little antsy when you say bipolar, but when you get to say you're schizophrenic or psychopath or sociopath, yeah, they don't want to be bothered with you. So I understand the stigma behind it. And I think she ran across in her studies this whole targeted thing. And that has been the thing that she can use to say, this is why I'm different. It's not because I got a mental health issue. I'm going to use this. And she has taken it to the max. She's a very smart young lady. I'm going to give her that.
Yeah, I saw her. Why don't you go back to college and stay in the dorm?
Because she can't live with nobody. Who gonna live with your sister?
How can she live in a hotel but can't live in an apartment where she has her own? She has even more space in an apartment than a hotel. I don't get that.
Okay, when she came and stayed with you for a little while, because y'all stayed together as adults, right?
No, she was just there visiting because I had to have surgery. I had a cyst the size of an orange on my left ovary. And once all my money got ran out, she was ready to dip. But in exchange, I let her come stay by me. She was supposed to be the designated driver for me to get the surgery. She didn't even stay long enough for me to get the surgery because she was running from a hurricane.
Here we go.
And how did y'all get along with her being just visiting?
Nearly died, y'all.
Well, there's that video. It's floating around now. But I'm like, she's like, why are you recording me? I'm like, because so everybody can see what I'm doing, and everybody can see what you're doing, and that way, you know, because I know you, I know her, and she'll
Okay.
go to fabricating stuff in a minute.
My last question, because I'm officially at my hour, a little bit over. Do you like your sister?
I love her, but I hate the position she got me in.
Ooh.
And if she had not done all that she done, but she would still be the same person, do you think you would continue to reach out to try to have a relationship with her?
Yeah, even when things have gotten as shitty as it got, I kept telling her, "You come stay by me." There's enough room, for her to put a bed in here, or I could have put an extra bed in the room. It'd just been a little tight space. I was like, you could have had food in the refrigerator, bathroom, the shower whenever you wanted to, go to bed whenever you want to, leave, come back. I even was telling her at one point she could have took my car.
And I would think that living with my twin or even my family member, my sister, would be better because you know her well enough that you can say, I ain't messing with her today. I'm going to let her have her space and do whatever she wants, versus everybody else. I want you to know that she has done some horrific things to the family with her mouth. She's said a lot of things as an adult. But
yeah, and I think the ultimate betrayal is, how like you see you in a moment, like see this video we're doing right now, and maybe about 3 months later I might come back to look at this video and be like, damn, I didn't catch that part. When I sat there and I told her, I said, Candy, I was 14. I just wanted to play my music.
Here it
She's
is.
like, I feel like you're trying to make me look bad. I'm like, I'm just.
I want you to know that she has a serious mental disorder. And I know she don't like me. And really my intention, I was never going to do a video on her because of you.
Yeah.
Because I had talked to you. I didn't want to do a video on her because I felt like I would disrespect you as her sister. But in her putting herself in situations, and I'm going to tell you this. New Orleans, I lived in Alexandria for about 3 years. I love Louisiana. Even though it was ass backwards, I love the food. I am so impressed with the people in New Orleans because I'm going to tell you what, I'll be at my house and I'll be like, I'd have jab slapped Candy, I'll be...
No, back in the day they would have. I was like, dang, times have changed because back then she'd have got.
She be saying some of the craziest stuff to people, and it's only every now and then when somebody comes against her, and the too serious.
Yes, I keep telling her that phone ain't gonna always save you. Like that girl Mary some years ago had beat her in the head with a chair, like beat her with a chair, and that girl went to jail. Yeah, I didn't see the video, but I heard that there was a video out about it. I just know the DA was trying to contact me, and I'm like, see, that's why I be trying to keep up with it because if something happened to her crazy self, my family got to bury her.
And the thing is, that's my biggest concern with her is that your sister is very smart. And I know for a fact that she could have a better quality of life if she would just trust the system that's better than it was when she was a child. I know that she said she had been committed a couple of times. And I don't know.
I've probably been admitted more than she has, or committed more than she. I probably have been maybe more than she has. But the thing that makes me sick from the pit of my stomach is when she keeps speaking death on herself. And even when she says that I'm trying to offer, I'm like, dude,
I don't understand.
You're my blood.
She's very obsessed with the thing of her being murked and somebody trying to blood sacrifice her, which I'm like, who's going to go through all the trouble to do that? But I keep trying to tell her because she says she's a Christian. Now, I'm a firm believer in this, that the world that we have is because it's what we speak out our mouth. And the Bible tells us that we, create our world pretty much by what we say. So you keep talking about somebody trying to get rid of you and you're going to talk that up in your life. And my thing is she's out there.
Like she hates she hates Candy, right? But she loves her. And if she loved her, you'd probably go down and try and help your fucking sister. Randy doesn't want to do anything. That's the problem with them too. Like Candy wants everyone to pay for her shit, pay for her hotel, and support her. She wants everyone else to do that, so she doesn't have to do shit. Fucking Randy's the same. She wants everyone to fix her bullshit, and she thinks her therapist is going to fit. Like, you used to actually have to fucking participate in this. You want to be normal, you got to participate.
Doing stuff to people that she don't have to do, like that whole situation with the pepper spray. The lady should not have sprayed her. Okay.
Yes, she should have sprayed it fucking more.
I'm like you. When I saw that she had an ankle bracelet on, I'd have backed up off her. Because I don't know.
Yeah, Candy's always known for antagonizing people and then turn around and play victim. I'm like, dude.
You don't even know why that woman had that ankle bracelet on. And you just kept on poking her and she kept saying, come on now, leave me alone. And then
I said she had three points to where she can't, it was to run away. When the chick first started laughing, I'm like, run. And then she saw the ankle bracelet. I'm looking at Candy like, run. I'm like screaming at the TV like, ow, run. So then the girl sitting there, she's shaking it up like it's about to, like she's about to shave somebody. And I'm like, run. Then the girl was like, you need some milk? It's right over there at Walgreens. So I was like,
and when she walked over to her and said, okay, I'm going to now blow smoke in your face, because I know that the lady was not that close to her initially. But when she took the spray out and she's standing there shaking it, why would you stand there?
And the Bible even talks about don't be provoking people. Candy will provoke you. Candy used to do it to me, my foster mama, some of my siblings.
He pushes them.
She'll fuck with you and fuck with you and fuck with you until you explode. And then all of a sudden now you looking like the bad guy. And then when she put her foot up on your neck, she don't let up off you. This crazy Winston sat here and lied and said that I her in the laundry room, and I almost went to jail.
She has a bit of an obsession with sex too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does the one you fucking told.
Very much so.
He does too.
Well, let me ask you. Okay, I said I'm going to
ask Randy.
Okay, y'all, you can get how many questions you want them to ask you? Maybe 3?
5.
5. Okay, we can get 5 questions. So while y'all getting that together, how come she never calls you by your name? She always says my twin sister.
I think she does that to deter people from coming to find my channel. But enough people know about us to where all they gotta do is ask the next person. That person gonna tell them where I'm at. But yeah, but then again, I don't know, because she used to say my twin sister even before I even came on the scene. So I don't know. Just like my kids, she'll be like those poor kids, or she'll be like the biological nephew or the biological niece. She'll never say their name.
Yeah, just like she kills me with that. Okay, so we have a question from Lovecraft. What did you learn about trusting people from your time in that foster home?
From the time I was in foster home?
What did you learn about trusting people?
You didn't learn anything.
She said what or where?
She said, what did you learn about trusting? Like pretty much, what did you learn about trusting people from being in a foster home? You're being raised in a foster home.
That a lot of things are being hid in the dark, and it's scary. It's crazy because I do have BPD, so people say I'm like overly trusting, where Candy's on the other side where she doesn't trust at all. A lot of my family members don't trust a lot of people, but I'm that one that's overly trusting and over forgiving. But people will take your life if they could, and if they knew they would get away with it, they'll take everything you have.
Yeah, you are very trusting with definitely when it comes to dating. So Recessionisha wants to know.
Yeah, she definitely is.
You want to know, does Candy date or have any relationships?
Yes, Candy's dated maybe about 4 or 5 boyfriends that I know of, maybe 3 or 4 boyfriends that I know of.
You know what? She really pissed me off with that crap she did the other morning, talking about her being raped, and then you came back and said that it was guys that she was messing with. And I'm thinking, well, hell, 99% of the women in the United States would probably, or the world would probably go around saying that they were raped if it was because some guy you slept with ghosted you after the fact. They do that shit all the time. But you can't go around and say that they did that because you're hurt because they left you after you had sex with them.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in the military, I slept with this white dude he just asked me out of nowhere. He was like, I guess I was hanging with him, and he was watching porn on the TV, and he was
Oh
like, "Can
my
I do whatever
God.
to you?" And I was like, "I ain't never been with a white dude before." So I'm like, "Sure." So we did, we did. So a couple of days later, I go knock on his door. I'm like, "I ain't heard from you," and he come out with another girl. And I'm like, "Wait, you cheating on me?" He like, "We not together." And I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "I gave you my body, so I thought you were my bro."
See,
No,
that's because
damn.
nobody
And
told
so
you.
I walked out. I didn't do all this crazy shit Candy do. I was just like, "Oh well, shit, that hurt my feelings." Thought I
Well,
had me
that's
a white
because
boyfriend.
that's because you guys were not taught, and I wasn't
Hmm.
taught. I didn't know
Yeah.
that guys would just sleep with you and then up and leave you.
Fucking
And most of us had to learn the hard way,
good.
you know. And I dated white guys, but they never up and left me.
Yeah, I
Most,
never
and
got
to be
to be
honest,
in a
you
relationship.
know, to be honest, most of the time, if it was just a sex thing, I knew it was just a sex thing on the front end. So that's what it was.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I was like
Sticky,
18 in the military. I ain't never really had no serious relationship at
I
that
was
time.
what was I? 19 when I went in, and I'm from the South. They don't teach you shit. So I was equally as dumb as you probably were.
Yeah, even when I was a kid, I used to be like, "Mom, what this mean?" She's like, "Go, they got an encyclopedia, dictionary, pick one. Fuck out my face." Like, damn, I don't even know how
Um,
to spell that shit.
hey, Sticky,
Yeah.
wait a minute. If y'all see Sticky in the chat, Sticky is the ringleader of the Red Triangle cult that
No
you are a
shit.
part of,
No
Randy.
shit.
And
The fuck?
you
Just
know,
even though I tap my head in every
The
yeah,
now
fuck,
and then.
Randy?
you're leading all
The
of us.
fuck?
So I missed the question. Yeah, Sticky is the head of all of us. Sticky, where's my paycheck? That's what I want to know. Where the hell is my
Yeah.
money?
Just give me my money.
Mhm.
Somebody said, does any of the family do with Candy at all? No.
Is that because of how she acted about Wyatt's passing, or they didn't talk to her before that?
Before that. Because they found out that she wrote about us in an Amazon book. Because I was asking Wyatt, how did he know? And he like, man, the family's furious. I was like, what? And I was like, so pissed.
So
I,
one of the short stories is about the family, huh?
she wrote this book about being raised in a cult and directed energy weapons vibrating her whatever and vibrating her body and saying that she ain't had no family help, not even her own twin sister. Then the rest of the book is just a whole bunch of links to Google.
You know what?
What kind of fuck is that?
Sticky, you can put your page, put your channel in the chat before you leave.
I think you would have to be a mod to do that, I believe.
No, he can put it in there under hit when he make a comment. He can still put it in there.
Randy, you
Oh,
shouldn't be
okay.
raping.
You
You
know
shouldn't be
what? I
raping,
seen her.
Randy.
She met one of your, or she seen
Someone
one of
throw
your
that in
other
the
brothers
bin.
on the street,
He homeless too. He don't even have a phone.
You can
and
swap
he
out
went
your
off
mate
on
for an
her.
oxygen tank.
Oh my
Oh, that
god!
was the second occasion
That's
because
gonna.
I think last year they linked up or they ran into each other for our birthday last year. But yeah, he was in his little schizophrenic fit then too. She
Yeah,
said, "What I do to
like
you, Sean?"
yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna whoop your ass," and he was like, I was like, "Wow." Oh, you can't put it in there because you're not a mod. Recessionista, do me a favor and look up Sticky TT6 and put his information in the chat for me if you don't mind. Okay, so that was 3 questions. Do we have two more? Yeah,
Anybody?
that was
Anybody got a
crazy to
question?
me. Sean was across the street. He was not playing with her. He was like, "What did I do to you?" And he was cussing her out. So is he still home?
Yeah. Mm, even my nephew even be saying he wish he had a spot so that he could have my brother come stay with him. He go visit my sister Ramona frequently. I'm like, I guess that's just a thing of the family because even when Wyatt was alive, I kept begging him to come stay with me. And he was like, something to do with he ran out of social security cards or something. You can only get so many in life, and so he was just like fucked up in the head behind that alone. But I was telling Wyatt for a long time, come stay with me. But I guess that just runs in the family.
Nobody wants
Somebody
to go
wants to
stay with
know
Randy. No.
what's the trafficking
You suck,
thing that she's
Randy.
accusing everybody of?
Um,
Labs,
I
labs,
don't know.
labs.
Um, Nah, I think somebody asked me how long has she been talking about gang stalking. I came in the picture in 2020 with the shit, but they said she had been saying it for a year prior to that. But and then this question says,
She said she started in 2019 was when she kind of, I think she kind of figured, started looking at stuff in 2016 about targeting, but by 2019 she was full force in it. I'm not understanding why she thinks everybody wants to sex traffic her. My thing is, okay, you know what? Sometimes I have to
what
realize,
does
and I
Randy think
forget
everyone wants to fuck her?
that she has a disorder because she really thinks this stuff is true. Because I'm like,
I don't think that she really thinks it's true.
okay, but how can you constantly? I mean, because she got it down to an art. She does this all day long about the, oh my God, I hate the gang stalking videos where she's talking about one headlight and her arm out the window. Who
I'm
in
gonna
your,
tell you about the arm out the window. My foster brother Joe that used to beat the piss out of us like we was niggas. He used to drive around with his arm out the window. And you know, because he's sitting there, he was a light skinned dude, but he was damn near my color from here on down. But he was a high yellow dude. And then my foster dad, Al, if I'm not mistaken, he used to drive with one arm out the window too. So that's why I feel like she take a lot of her shit that she used to say back then was OCD. Now she's saying it's gang stuff.
I think that from what I've seen, I've read some of her short stories because I was curious. I wanted to know if she was as adept in her writing as you were with writing songs. And I'm sorry, she's not. But what I realized,
Candy didn't even write poetry, but when she found out I had poetry in some books, like the International Library of Poetry and shit like that, and I guess she found my poems online, then I started seeing she was writing poems too, and I was like, you don't write poetry. I'm like, boy, she's trying to really be like me. And then you don't hear about her writing poetry no more, but I do feel, I think it was like maybe 2017, 2018, she got into short stories. And I was like, hmm.
yeah, they're not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
her
most
books are
of the
fucking
stories,
terrible.
all the stories are about her and her childhood. She changes the
Or
name,
Bible class, yeah.
but they're
Or
but they're
Bible,
all
yeah.
they're all stories from stuff that happened to her. And so I was wondering if the trafficking had to do with maybe some sexual trauma, because
Well, she'll
like
tell you she hadn't had any sexual trauma, but
so nobody
I know
asked.
I went through a lot. Maybe I wonder if, like my foster mom was saying, don't believe Brandon. That ain't true. I wonder if maybe that had an effect on her too. I don't know. But
But I'm
she
wondering,
always did used to lie and say somebody raped her or somebody tried to
but
hunt her.
but is it a possibility that she was essayed as a child and you may
What?
not have known it?
Possibly.
Because I do think there's some sexual trauma in her background. Now, where it's at, I'm not sure. She's talked about a guy in New York, but I think he was another one of the ones that hit it and left. Um,
Oh, you talking about that dude Giovanni? That's why I'm like, I'm not going crazy. She put me on the phone and I talked to this dude. I told him, hey man, you better not hurt my sister. And she was like, I heard that he a Freemason. And so she like looking for him. And then I like, okay, you found him yet? And she like, he last time I saw him, he raped me. And I was like, huh? That's why I started putting two and two together that when a guy hit it and quit, she just says that they raped
It,
her.
Good
I think
question.
it's an abandonment issue,
Good
you know,
question.
because you got to
Yeah.
look at it. You all were pretty much abandoned by your
Oh.
mom, and then your foster mother, she was there, but she wasn't there.
Road.
And then, so now you have this trauma of being abandoned. So anybody that
Yeah, and I guess my response is different because I dealt with it in relationships, but my way I respond to it perhaps might be different from Candy because I'm like be trying to love on somebody more or give more in hopes that they won't leave, kind of like
um
a bribing thing.
yeah, I was gonna tell you, boo boo, yeah. Whereas she, I guess by the time she do get with somebody, they find out that she got some issues and they don't stay with you. You do too
Mhm.
much. And to be honest,
Please, get Hope out of here. That
who
Hope, nah, get that bitch up out of here.
recessionista, Martin or somebody, get rid of, or Lovecraft,
See, these people are fucking demons.
get rid of the person named Hope. Um,
You
because
know what they?
it seems like the people
I
that I've seen,
swear,
seem like the people I've
bitch.
seen you with, they love the fact that you will do for them and
Answer
you'll
the
spend your money on
question.
them, and you pretty much would give somebody everything you got. But they don't be the people that give stuff back to you like that. In the beginning,
Good one.
they kind of
Good
do,
one.
but as time goes on, you're the one doing everything, and they're the one sitting back receiving.
Hmm.
And I think that's because that's your way of trying to still find love in your life. And that's when I said to you, please take a break and don't get a relationship. And then you moved in with that lady, and I don't know what happened because you said y'all were just friends.
Oh no, me and that girl, we didn't move in
Well,
together.
you were staying with her until you got your place.
No, she was coming over to visit me. I was in the Airbnb. The thing with
Oh, I
that
thought it was
is,
her house. I thought it was a very nice
mm-mm.
Airbnb. I
I
thought,
I thought it was too when I met her the first time. When my ex had went to Chicago that first time, and I met that girl. I thought that was her house too. She, I'm staying with my folks, but kind of find out that was like an Airbnb where everybody, like a whole bunch of strangers, rent a room
Hey,
and share a
what? What
bathroom
did
and
she just
kitchen.
say? What?
oh,
Hmm.
yeah,
What?
I'm like, I never seen no house with no living room before. What the fuck?
she didn't turn out to be. Yeah, we ain't gonna
Yeah,
go
no,
into that. But I'm hoping that this break that you're taking, that you're getting to know you
what she
better,
just said made no
and I
sense.
want you to require more from the next person you're with. Don't settle for less. You seem to be a very nice woman, and you deserve
Thanks.
somebody that's gonna love you.
Thanks.
You know,
Yeah, because I be
Randomly
having so
tattoo.
much love to offer.
Yeah.
but I can tell that from you. You know, and sometimes I know you get lonely, and that's how sometimes you get caught up, and then I
She's
Because
see
not
it gets pretty
lonely. She's got
terrifying too.
adventures.
you know,
Come
some of these
on.
people in the internet streets be checking you out and be trying to, you know, woo you in, but we don't know who these people are out here. You
Hmm.
know, we think we do, but these internet friendships and stuff, you don't really know who the person is. And think about it. They can see you, but for the majority of them, we can't
Ooh.
see.
Probably not. I think everyone that sees
You
that
know,
will
and I
Yeah.
just
find
change
that
their
people
mind
will
about
invite
Randy.
people from the internet into their home and they don't know who the hell they are.
I always had a problem with that too.
You know,
That strangers in my home.
you look up and they got a knife to your neck or something like that, and it's because we were too nice and open, and that's because there's a lot of lonely people. I mean, we all want, I don't have a significant other, we all want a significant other, but I don't want to get a significant other that's going to take away from me and make me feel less than who I am. At this point in my life, if you can't bring honesty, respect, compassion, empathy, and all the things that I require into a relationship, I know how to be by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and if I just want to go have sex, I know how to do that too.
Hmm.
You
And
know,
I wanted
so
to apologize. It's just that they know that that's the trigger thing for me about Lynch. So I'm sorry if if
no,
if
no,
I
don't apologize. You're just being human and who you are.
Yeah, like they steadily, because like I said, Candy the one came on here and told all this shit that happened to me, and of course fabricated her own version as if she's sitting right there being a fly on the wall, and so now these people come fuck with me, even though I shown proof that I don't be the one lying and be Candy. Showed that today, all week last week, all week this week. I showed proof.
Well, that's why I wanted you to be able to come on, and I wanted us to be able to talk about from your beginning till you graduated, and then the next session to be about you being in the military and being married, and then the third one would be about after the military and where you are now, and what you want in the future. Because everybody seems to know you through who your sister says you are, and
Yeah,
nobody knows you for who you really are.
and they're not trying to neither.
Well, I hope tonight opened up some people's eyes to see you as a real person and kind of try to understand your background enough to know kind of how you ended up where you're at now and the things you're trying to work through.
Yeah,
And
'cause I'm pretty sure if any of my exes might be watching it, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of things that was up and into that they didn't even know.
well, you know what? We can get into the relationship, but to be honest, I look at it like this. A relationship is a relationship. We've all been in relationships and we can all come out here and bash who we were with. But this is my theory on
Yeah,
we both brought something to the relationship and we both did something to mess the relationship up. And it's up to each individual to be responsible enough to be able to take accountability for their part in what they did wrong. Because
mm,
everybody does good and everybody does wrong. Nobody's perfect. So you got people who may do more wrong than you, but you had something to do in it. And then I like to look at it like this also. You have to look at yourself and say, why did I put up with the bullshit I put up with that person? What's
yeah,
what's in me that made me take the crap I took from them for so long? And
yeah,
that's
that embedded trauma. But yeah, I was saying on the strength of like, um, there's a lot of people on here. You're saying like a lot of questions been answered, and I was like, it's a lot of people, probably even some of my exes didn't even know some of the answers. Never thought to ask some of the questions that was asked tonight. Some of my exes don't even know, but probably some of my friends might even not even know it also.
and that's sad because that means that they didn't care enough to want to know who you really are.
Hmm.
That a
And it hit
stranger.
different when the right questions are asked as opposed to me just coming out telling it. It hit different when questions are asked.
But you know, I'm a stranger, and I thought enough to sit down and come up with questions that I thought that would respect you and also show who you were. How can I be in a relationship with you and I'm sleeping with you, and I don't even think enough to try to find out your history and who you are, what made you who you are?
Yeah,
We so funny. We'll get butt naked with a person and don't know shit about them, and then we wonder why things didn't work out.
yeah.
Um,
Oh
Hey,
dear.
everybody, this is probably the most people I've had in my chat or live. So y'all thumbs up and subscribe. I don't ever ask my people for money. If they want to give, they give. I have people from other countries and stuff that may come in and give and stuff. And I definitely thank everybody. I'm still going to continue my live even after this because y'all know it's Saturday night. Never get toe up on Saturday and we cut the food.
Oh
Um,
Yeah.
God.
How many people are watching?
I don't know. Right now, I see 57, but I don't know as time went on because I wasn't even looking at it. I am curious. What did you think of your sister's whirlwind trip around the United States?
The fucking
It
cat
was not
at all.
smart. It was not smart at all. Going on a round trip, yeah, but a homeless person going on a round trip, I've never heard of no shit like that.
Your sister
Never.
puts a whole new spin on being homeless because I ain't trying to be funny, but I used to feed the homeless and I got to
Yeah,
know a lot
me.
of them. And they never once told me that they were eating oysters or having quiche for breakfast or smoothies. They were taking train trips around the United States. And I mean, this is how smart and manipulative she is, though. She got her ass on a train after she paid for a ticket, knowing that she didn't have no money to take her all the way around the United States and back. But she knew that people would pay for her.
She always knew, just like a lot of times when she would be getting mad, telling folks, I got an hour before I gotta get out of here. Okay, I got 10 minutes before I gotta be up out of here. But she don't even be there unpack her clothes to leave the hotel. I mean, she don't be them pack them back up. She's that confident that people are gonna donate. But um, yeah, I just was like, okay, you knew that you were going on a round trip and expected everybody to pay for it. But what if nobody had the money? And then I was looking at too that week before, I believe it was, she was saying she needed $1,000
Yes.
ASAP. And all of a sudden she winds up on this trip.
I mean, and it was during a
That's why she
snowstorm.
don't like me because I can take her apart.
But I'm like, it's during one of the worst snowstorms in years, and you got your ass in Chicago and Detroit. I'm surprised she didn't get the beat down in Detroit because I'm my family is from Detroit, parts of them, and I've lived in Detroit off and on. So I'm like, baby, Detroit treated you good, and I'm just like, she literally has gone around the United States and came back home living off of somebody else, just like tonight. I was like, your sister just really. Sometimes I'll be like, am I high? And I don't even get high. I drank
I'm the same way. I'm like, am I going crazy?
because she literally got her ass on a train and went to another city to get a hotel because the hotel rooms were too expensive in New Orleans. So she's out of town now. I'm
And
just,
and not only that, she was freezing cold in 50-degree
it
weather.
was 70 some degrees in New Orleans and she had that damn coat and hoodie on.
Yeah, I tell people she walk around with a trench coat on in the summertime. Her and Wyatt used to do that. But
Really?
now she goes over, yeah, and then she goes over out here in Seattle where it's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I couldn't imagine what it was like with her eyes to see that in person. Because on the phone, looking at that train ride on the way to Seattle was jaw dropping. Now, I have experienced like nice parts of Virginia during the fall time. It's so beautiful to me.
Uh,
The different colors of the leaves fall, and it's just so pretty.
I always wanted to go to Seattle, and I've always wanted to go to Washington State to see the big redwood trees. And I'm like, here she is, homeless, going to see shit that I hadn't went to see, and I work every damn day, and I work 12 hours a lot of days, and I might work 6 and 7 days a week, and my ass is sitting here in South Carolina. But I do go out the country.
But
I'm,
she gives that I don't have nowhere else to go. A whole new meaning. I've been telling her just you got this whole world to go. What you
but
mean
you
you ain't
know
got
what?
nowhere to go?
She's so hard headed because I've tried to give her good constructive criticism. She's a foodie. She has a very different palate for an African American person. Like some of the stuff, like rabbit. Who the hell homeless is eating rabbit? And you talked about chili and bass. Chili and bass is good. I like chili and bass.
I never had it.
Yeah, and I've had
You
rabbit.
got capers.
I'm
I
not
never
Fuck
had
is with
capers.
rabbit?
I'm not a big fan of rabbit, and
Gross.
I put capers in a lot of stuff. I got capers in the refrigerator now. They kind of taste like pickles.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'm just like, she has a very distinct palate. So I'm like, why not do a food channel? Who gives a shit
Yeah.
if you're a big woman? Do a food
Yeah, and
channel.
she always says, "Oh, my twin sister trying to rub all that food in my face." I'm like, girl, get you one of them little burners and put it in your hotel room and fucking cook.
I think that part of the weight for you guys is a protection. A lot of women who have had sexual trauma in their life will gain weight as a protective mode because they figure if I'm fat, no man is ever going to want me. But that's not true. Rape,
No, more
just
men
like
have tried to
that,
get at me while being fat than when I was fine as hell.
sexual
But yeah,
assault.
somebody had told me that too. This girl, she had a taxi. Her name was Nina, and she said, "You're wearing your pain," and
Yeah,
she just broke down in tears. And that's when it hit me.
yeah,
Like, you're
because
wearing my
times,
pain.
a lot of
Uh,
times, because you all are very young, a lot of times women will do that, and they don't consciously think about it, but they'll do. It's like a protection because you think in your mind, well, if I got all this done to me when I had a nice shape, then I'm going to make my shape be unattractive. But what we don't realize, SA, grade, all those things have nothing to do with how you look. It has to do with the other person
The
and their,
mindset.
yeah, and power too.
Yeah, because even when I was cut my hair off and was dressing like a boy, I was still S8 in the military.
But you're a very attractive woman. I mean, I look at your pictures and I was like, now one thing I can say, y'all are totally different when it comes to your appearance. Because you will go and get that hair laid in a minute. And I was
And
like,
my foster mama used to be stricter on me and Candy with a lot of things, and dressing was one of them.
I was
That's
like,
this is all
and
Candy's
when
fault,
you go to the
AC.
doctor, you're
Oh, it's
looking
all
very
Candy's fault.
presentable and everything. And I'm trying to figure out,
Randy
she has a
does
lot
no
of
wrong.
old-fashioned ideals, like women are supposed to wear dresses. Like she said to about two guys asked her, did she have a lighter? Now you're sitting out in a dang on, I don't know what that is, park, waterway, whatever, and they smoke, and you're here at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't have a light. I'm just gonna say, hey, do you have a light? And she's like, why would a man speak to a woman at that time of the morning? I'm like, or why would you all carry the thing for your brother? Because they wanted to do it. Women can do that. What says that you can't? She has a lot of black and white things where women do this, men do that. I don't know where
Hmm.
she gets that from.
I
I
don't know, but it's always a thing too. Should be like fake Walmart or the whatever she doesn't like, she bees around it more just to talk about it, and I don't get that.
but she goes to Walmart all the time. And I'm okay. One more thing I wanted to know,
Mm-hmm.
and I have way more questions than I should have. This wasn't even in my list. What is the thing with the whole? You got OCD,
Mm-hmm.
but is she really urinating and using the bathroom on herself?
Yeah,
But did she do that before at any time?
no. Um, my biological mama ain't gonna lie, she used to urinate but not defecate on herself. And plus, one time Candy was on her menstrual and she shitted and she like showing everybody
Oh
and
Christ!
everybody like,
What?
oh, that's gross. She like, y'all got a problem with it? Y'all can go walk back to that video and eat it. And I was like, what the hell?
I think she took that video down because she said that people got very upset. But I,
Yeah, and like even that video I posted the other day, she's like, oh, it's coming out now. It's coming out, y'all. It's coming
but
out.
why?
The
Why
whole
did
time
she
she's standing there like she's concentrating,
Why does she
trying to
tell
force it out.
people that? I mean, I don't understand why she has to tell. And she'll say, "You don't know me," but I'm like, "You tell us when you crap, when you pee on yourself, when your period comes on." I mean, she tells us all. Why do people have to know that?
I ain't gonna sit here and act like I didn't used to be like that, but that's like I don't be trying to tell folks when my cycle on anymore and all that stuff. But I feel like she does it to make the story sound as drastic as possible. I'm out here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I have nowhere to go. I have to use the bathroom. I have no more menstrual pads. I'm on my period, and I'm a homeless woman. Just anything to make her story sound
Well,
believable.
I'm a woman, and first of all, you have too many periods for 1 month, unless you're in perimenopause and you're going into menopause, you ain't got that many periods. And hell, if you got to pee, all them damn trees in the park or a building, I took my ass behind one of them and used the bathroom. I
Man, I
mean,
was tripped out the first time Candy showed me her potty spot. She don't even say that no more, but she used to be. There was this white man. She used to always like go to this man, that man. Hey, you sleeping in my potty spot? They like go away, woman. So she ain't tagging her. You sleeping in my potty spot? You can't stop, you motherfucker. And I'm like,
okay, so what's the thing with the blowing the snot out the nose? That is so disgusting to me. I
Fucking
hate that.
gross.
And it seems like whenever I watch her videos, I'll be eating, and that's when she does it the most.
perfect, huh? I don't know what that is. I do know that I be trying to be more mindful myself. I'm trying to bring napkins with me when I leave out because I'm like, for some strange reason, whenever I go outside, I get a runny nose. when I'm walking for some reason. But her, I don't know.
The
Did
fresh
y'all
air's
do that
getting
as
to her.
kids? I mean, like,
It
was this
gets to
something
her.
that y'all were raised doing?
Probably not. I don't think so.
I mean,
But
I guess the whole she had tried to explain the OCD thing, but she's had this for years, and the alcohol is
Candy used to like boogers on the wall, talking about she got CD. Ain't no one of ones big get big ones wiping on the wall or scratching her ass and shit like that.
I'm like, but you spraying all this alcohol in your face and your hair on your body. It's just ridiculous. And then she gets mad when people don't want her to spray shit. And I'm like, but you're pissy. And she had now one thing I'm gonna say, I don't know if she got this from the foster mom, but she is an uppity woman. If your sister had money,
Yeah, my foster mama was very bougie.
yeah, if she had money, she wouldn't be nothing to mess with because she is an extremely bougie homeless woman. I'm like,
Yeah.
why all the other homeless people got bed bugs and they dirty, but you pissy and shitty and you okay? I don't.
I'll never understand that. Now, pissing and shit on herself wasn't something she always did. Like I said, like um, I know when she had seen her in 2020, she's like, "Oh my God, she's gotten worse," and I was like, "Oh shit, she got worse." I'm like, "She gonna get worse than that too."
You know what? And this is gonna be my last thing on this because I know I'm
Pissing and
getting
shitting
past
on
an
yourself is
hour.
pretty fucking crazy. She does it every day.
She's getting worse. I started watching her in August of last year, and
fucking
she's getting
wild.
progressively worse. She's getting more volatile and hostile when she's out, especially when she gets mad and she has to come out the hotel and be on the street. Everybody that she runs is gonna get it. Everybody.
That's why I cringe when he's supposed to be trying to play on her delusions. Like somebody emailed her the other day about Brandy is gonna be doing a video with Define Deborah and they're gonna be talking about the Palooza. I'm like, I don't even know what a Palooza is.
Okay, is Sticky Young really having a candy palooza?
I don't even know what that is. I kind of wondered that myself.
I think
I
the
don't know.
Lala Palooza was like a sort of like what's that big concert they have in California every summer where you have a lot of different artists come and they perform. I think it's something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just like, maybe they are having something where they having a marathon. I don't know. She
They're ready,
coming up with
Candy.
stuff. And then she's
Everyone's
saying,
Marathon?
down.
and she's saying that everybody's supposed to come to New Orleans and we're going to murk her. And I'm like, well, why would it take
You're
all
right.
of us?
I say you're
If we
good.
just wanted to get rid
Thank
of
you.
you, I'm
Thank
just
you,
trying to
baby.
figure out if people wanted to get rid of you, girl, you go to the same places every day. We could easily pay somebody $25 in New Orleans to probably take you out. We ain't got to come down there.
And I can't believe she's telling these folks I murdered my brother.
Yeah, for $25,000. Where that money at,
And
Brandon?
they say I ain't getting none of it. I'm like, well, you didn't kill him. You said I did. That's why I got $25,000.
Brandon, you must have bought that Blackstone grill with that $25,000.
Probably so.
I was like, wow. And I was like, but she said that, but then you said that he was living with her. And she was jealous because he was living with you. I was like,
that last time he wasn't even exactly living with me. He was going back and forth between me and my brother Mark.
Okay. And then
Like,
she
he was
wasn't
spend
even
some
talking.
nights by Mark and some nights by me.
She even admitted that she wasn't even in contact with him when he passed.
Yeah, I was like the last person to talk to him.
Okay, well, anybody got a last question?
That still doesn't make for anything, does it, Randy? Wyatt's still at the potato factory. It's still waiting for you.
Somebody keeps asking, how do you get her the help that she needs? If I had an answer, that'd have been done.
Well, to be honest, she can't. And this is something that I used to have to tell families. These are adults. The only way you can get somebody committed nowadays is if they say they want to do harm to themselves or harm to you or somebody else. Otherwise, they have to say they want to help. If she never says she wants to help, I'm just mad at Louisiana I'm like, how many times y'all gonna bring her into court? And she just be in there cutting the food with she won't get a public defender. I know the
Then
judge.
she had one.
How many times do the police have to come to a situation? And how many times does she have to go to the ER like the other night? Now, they got her there by saying that they thought that she might have an allergic reaction to the pepper spray, but they wanted to get her there for a mental evaluation, and yet they still let her leave.
Yeah, I know. I think that was in Dallas. I told them I was fine. They're like, "No, you coming with us." I'm like, "Fuck."
All right, Sticky, I'm going to try to see if I drop in your chat later.
I don't know about other girls can do anything.
Lovecraft, what was your other question? Just tell me, child. You want me to go back? Yeah, she said that you got her committed.
Yeah, she swallowed a whole bunch of pills one time. I think it was Benadryl.
Well, wouldn't she want somebody to help
Too many
her?
times. Too many times.
You would think. If I was trying to offer, I said, "Girl, don't you know the lies you tell on me? I could have easily think like I hadn't heard from you and
We
just
answered.
acted shocked."
She's probably going to be
answered
there
your
a whole lot
question
more
an
now
hour
that she's
ago,
got
Lovecraft. Where
fucking
were you?
COPD.
Your
Let's get
question
you some
about
fucking
what did
fresh
she
air
learn
while you
about
can, Randy.
trusting people in the foster care home or the foster system, being at home, she answered that.
Yeah, Eugene is right. Eugene,
That's
she
not
lures people
crazy.
in with her sob story, then drains them of their finances, and then discards them once she's used up all their
And,
money.
Right.
and let me tell you something. She's good at what she do. There have been times that I was watching Candy and I almost wanted to give her $1 or two, but I ain't. But my thing is the part that makes
Yeah,
her
I've
mad.
even tried to send her money, but I blocked on Cash App. I'm like, quit telling
Yeah,
people that they really won't help you.
she wouldn't
I won't
take
ever do that again, though. But yeah.
she wouldn't take your money. Okay, but put another question in there, Lovecraft. But my thing is this: she will milk you till you don't give her no more money, and when you stop giving her money, she will block you. She'll find a reason to block you, and then she'll
Not
talk about,
only block you, but exploit you and bash the shit out of your
yes,
name.
like the lady that put her in a hotel for a whole freaking month last year, and because you emailed her and she didn't help you, you came out and talked about her like a dog. I was like, oh my God. And the woman who paid for her to go to see her for her birthday, this lady paid for a damn plane. Who the hell does that? She paid for you a damn plane ticket to go to where she's at, celebrate your birthday,
Abby, huh?
and you came back and talked about the fact that her dog had fleas. I'm just like, ain't nobody paid for me no damn plane ticket to go. Hey, my people, why y'all ain't paying for plane tickets for me to come visit? All right. Let me see. Did you have a question? But she gets people to do a lot of stuff for her. I'm serious.
Bella's very quiet tonight.
She didn't used to be like that. She used to be very independent, very productive. That's where I got a lot of my shit from. Like,
the cat must
she's always wanted to learn for herself. Always wanted to figure it out for herself. She wanted her own place. She wanted a job. I'm like, I don't want no job. I still want to be in the corner playing with my fucking toys. You talking about a goddamn job? Oh, wash clothes. I'm like, I ain't there yet. I'm like, why I gotta grow up? Because this bitch want to grow up. I'm not ready yet. I still want to be a kid.
You feel like my sister that was 2 years younger. And she always said that I got to do stuff first. Of course I did. I was 2 years older. But I was always very independent. I was ready to go do stuff. And she was like, she could stay home. She didn't mind my mom picking out her clothes for school. And we like in middle school and all this crap. I stopped wanting her to pick my clothes when I was in elementary school. I was
and mind you, Candy is 13 minutes older than me. But what else? Oh, even when we were like 5 and Candy was saying she wanted to wash dishes, I was like, you making I'm like, Candy's the one that got the ball rolling with the all you got was dishes. I'm like,
now isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that you're the more independent one now?
Like I said, she was always going to some college, had a place in New Orleans Towers. Even though she started looking at me crazy. I went to the military, I get out, got my own place, got married, got my own car, got my baby, uh, my own income, and she's just
I think
solid.
that's why she talks about you the way she does, because it's like you accomplish things that she does not have in her life, such as
And it wasn't even to compete with her. It was just the
What
life
does
that
Randy
God dealt,
accomplish?
the hand
I
that
know,
God dealt me. And
I
I
know.
used to tell her, you can
Did Randy
have my
accomplish
spot.
anything?
Does
Please
he?
come take my spot.
Okay. Do you really think your sister could have been married? And thank God she didn't have children. No offense, but raising them to be the way she is,
But like they used to always ask her, how you
Randy's
want
such
to
a
marry
weird.
somebody, but can't nobody touch you or come near you?
and how you gonna get pregnant? But I,
Yeah.
yeah, she just, and I'm sure she's gonna be mad about this interview. But the funny
Yep.
thing is that I find that she'll talk about everybody else, but she won't talk about me, because there's another lady, there was a van lady that I talk about, that's a manipulator. And I just have a thing about people that manipulate, especially seniors, because Candy does that a lot. Miss Sugar. Now, Miss Sugar been in and out the hospital. You don't say shit about praying for her, but now that Miss Sugar can't give up no money, you don't even mention her no more. But Miss Sugar is
Mm,
coming in every night giving you money for hotel.
yep.
Okay, so Randy, what did you learn about yourself from how you were treated as a child?
That I'm persistent. Um, when it comes, I value friendships, relationships, family. I'm just very strong-willed.
What?
I hope you learned
Is that all
from
you
this
got?
that you're
Is that all you
resilient,
got?
that there is a lot of
Yeah.
strength and power in you, that you've
Yeah.
made it through. If you look back at all the things that you had to go through and look where you are now, and you're still here and you're in a better place, that you can accomplish anything that you want to, anything that you put your mind to. And you're building a good foundation to be able to do that. And there are people out here who support you. Not everybody is against you, and not everybody thinks
Gross.
of you as a bad person.
And,
And I'm
and
definitely,
I have to realize that because every single day that I breathe, these folks got to tell me what an ain't
um,
shit,
you can't, you
piece
can't
of
buy it.
shit.
And let me tell you something. For your own mental health, you cannot read every comment and buy into what people say, because there are people out here who are just miserable, and they like doing that. Normally, I
Oh,
don't really block people, and you know why?
mm-hmm.
I'm 63 years old and I don't give a shit. What can somebody out here in YouTube world do to me? I don't know you. You don't know me. What can you say to me to make me feel bad that somebody might not have already said in my last 63 years? I and why should I let you, who I don't know, affect me? The only people that can affect me is my family, which would consist of my intimate family, and everybody else. I don't give a shit. And I know not everybody can do that, but I've gotten to an age that you can't do anything to affect me. Even if you took me out of here, guess what? I've had a ultimately wonderful life, even with all the bullshit that I had to go through. When I look back over my
Yeah,
life,
unblock us,
I've had a
Randy.
great life.
Go through that
Even with
list
the
and
stuff that, and I
unblock
had
us.
some of my
Take some
background is like
criticism, might be
yours,
good for you.
but I've had a great life. You know why? Because I refuse to let them people that did the stuff they did to me when I was a kid take away the stuff that I wanted to do as an adult. I made a decision that everything I thought about wanting to do, I'm going to attempt to do it. And I think you should get back to doing your music the way you want to.
No.
Even if you rent
Do
an
not
instrument
encourage
at a
her.
time to see if you can still play it, do that.
Thank you.
You know, you
Please
are a
don't.
very talented person.
No,
And
she's
now
not.
you don't even have to have a big old music company behind you. You can put your stuff on TikTok, YouTube, and all that, and
God
you'd
help
be
us.
surprised who would buy your music.
Nobody will.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a music person. I like your music, and I'm an
Someone
old
might
person
hack
that likes
into
your
that
music.
app or something.
So,
and just
You know,
fucking
the
get rid
young
of it.
people would like your music.
Yeah.
I need you to text me your Cash App when you get off,
Uh-huh.
and I'll go ahead and cover the 2 hours since we did 2 versus 1.
Ooh.
No problem. I respect the fact that you gave me your time. Y'all tell Brandy thank you for coming into our live tonight.
Fuck you,
We're gonna
Randy.
have 2 more sessions.
Fuck you.
We'll let you know when we're gonna do the next one. And I know you weren't feeling good today, so I truly appreciate you giving me 2 hours.
She's over there train spotting, guys.
All right.
I feel well, y'all.
I guess if you don't have nothing else to say, we'll call it a night.
I saw Tommy.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
And peace out.
All
All right.
right. Okay, Parker Posse. What did y'all think of the first interview that we had over here?
Shit.
They're thanking Brandy. Cool interview.
Oh, well, what did we learn from that, people? Randy's still a piece of shit. Fucking hell. No. Oh, good. Thank you, guys, for whoever stopped in. Thank you. And I'm not the loudest person, but cheers for stopping in. All right, I'm going to go smoke some billies now and go eat some munchies. So have fun, guys. Thank you.